What's up, SNA Assassinators? I'm back here with another review video, and this time it's for Friday Night SmackDown. And man, what a show of Friday Night SmackDown! The wrestling excitement continues, and I'll say was the more a highlighted wrestling show of the night of Friday nights. And we're gonna start off with Nick Aldis coming into the ring. This is where he announced the new queen of the ring of Friday Night SmackDown, and your future number one contender for the WWE Women's Championship at SummerSlam is none other than the irresistible force herself, Nia Jax. This is where then she entered the ring. This is where we got she was like, you'll have no choice but the all hail your new queen while still wearing a crown, like if she just went to a Burger King with her younger cousins. Like, what if they're Roman Reigns' kids, the Usos, or the Rock's kids, whatever she went to Burger King with, because it was very ridiculously hilarious in a compliment way rather than in a horrible way. But yeah, you got to admit that was very funny. Like, I'll say, luckily Gunther didn't do that. Like, since Nia Jax is kind of like a comedic heel kind of side, like she show her personality from time to time. So yeah, this definitely gets a pass. But yeah, this is where fans are like, this is where fans are saying, you suck, and you're a horrible queen. And Lyra should have won, which I was partially agreeing on, because Lyra Valkyria, it would have been much like a better fit for her. But I guess they saw Nia being a better being a better candidate, like to be the women's Queen of the Ring winner, and going after Bayley for her championship, while we don't have to worry about Lyra taking Rhea's spot as the women's world championship contender, which I guess is for the best. But anyways, this is where we got fans are like, repeatedly staring their use chance and showing their dislike onto the irresistible force. This is where she was like, "All right, like enough, without the delays and all the insults that you're giving me. Let's get all the facts straight." And then this is where fans are like, "Boo! Like, what facts? Like you're everything but the facts." And then this is where she then continues saying, like, the fact is that I am your new Queen of the Ring. And this is where fans start booing, like, boo, like, you suck, like, please, at SummerSlam. And this is where fans start repeatedly showing their dislike to the irresistible. This is where then Nia Jax is like, so Bayley, your queen, like, is commanding your presence in her ring right now. And then this is where then we got Bayley following the rules very well, like if she was Kevin Owens and Simon Miller, which she followed and studied very well on page 1408, I believe it's on. But yeah, this is where, even though she did not call her out her name like more than once, like, or even over 1,000 times, but you don't have to be like, if you mention it like once, like for the wrestler to get it and then just get ready to come out there. This is what Bayley just did. This is where she headed out to the ring. But before she can even make it down the ramp, this is where she gets attacked from behind by Piper Niven again. This is where then she rolled her into the ring. This is where Bayley tried to go for a close right hand. This is where she gets headbutted by the Scottish Bulldozer. This is where then Piper Niven then grabbed onto Bayley. This is where then she hits her with a basement crossbody onto the current women's champion. This is where then Bayley then rolled out of the ring. This is where then Piper Niven's like, yeah, like it seemed like that Nia's gonna worry about Bayley anytime soon. Like, and this is where then she stared right at Nia Jax. This is where Piper was like, I'm coming after you next after I get through with her, take her championship away. This is where fans start chanting for Bayley, because they do not want none of these women becoming women's champion anytime soon. This is where then we got Chelsea Green that got on the microphone and spoke for Piper Niven. This was just like, oh, Nia, sweetie. Like, sorry, doing a little laugh. This was like, Like, you don't have to worry about facing Bailey at at SummerSlam, because by the time SummerSlam even rolls around, like, your new WWE Women's Champion, like, it's gonna be none other than my sweet pea. That's best. That's my best friend. That's more spicier than a margarita, and her name is Piper Niven. And then this is where this is where the Nia Jax was like, whatever. And this is where she walked out. She was like, everybody knows that I'm gonna be their future two-time women's champion. And then and even if you do somehow beat one of y'all somehow beat Bailey, like, then it's gonna be a short reign than Bailey or any other women that held this title combined. Because I'm coming after you, and I'm making my championship, which that depends, like, how short the reign is. Like, I'm not sure if it will be the shortest championship reign. Just saying. Like, I'm sorry, I had to be the one to say it about a certain individual to have the shortest women's championship reign in WWE right now. But change into the subject of shifting gears, and that is AJ Styles came into Nick Aldis's office looking clean and formally looking formally fancy, like for the occasion. Like, and I was thinking to myself, like, why is he dressed up like this? And I was like, like, don't tell me it's what I think it is. This is what AJ Styles did, was like, how you doing, Mr. Nicholas? And this is where he told him, like, it has to be said tonight. And then I was like, like, don't tell me this is have something to do with him ending his wrestling career. But only one way to find out is to see it at the end of the night. Like, that's all I have to say. But this is where we got Nick Aldis wished him luck of his special announcement at the end of the show. This is where the Nick Aldis was. This is where we move on to see DIY coming down the ring, which was Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Alicia Taylor said that Tommaso Ciampa was from Boston, Massachusetts, and I was like, the last time I checked, it was Milwaukee, Wisconsin. But besides all that, this match was pretty decently good. I'll give it the third best match of the night, if not the second best match of the night, but we're going to see how it was. So, you know what? I think it probably deserves the second match because the third match goes to Andrade versus Apollo Crews. But yeah, sorry about that. But this was Tommaso Ciampa taking on Austin Theory, which they did a pretty super